to graduates, parents, guardians, and staff. For the second year in a row, I hope that wherever you are joining us for this celebration, that you are healthy and well. On behalf of the Saskatchewan Rivers Public School Division Board of Education, I want to wish the PACI graduating class of 2021 congratulations. This past year has looked different for all of us. Some of us have lost family, friends, a mentor. Some may have struggled with the isolation, while others have welcomed it. I have heard this quote a few times during this past year from writer Damien Barr. We are not all in the same boat. We are all in the same storm. We each handle things differently, and most of the time, we don't know the reasoning for someone's journey or their reaction. This storm will pass, not without a few bumps and dents in your boat, but remember to thank those who helped you keep your boat afloat and offer that help to others when you can. We are moving forward into a world where many of us are anxious to get back to being together, but also anxious about being together. This will require grace and kindness. Be excited about your next steps, whatever they are, and continue to learn and pursue your interests and passions. Be proud of your perseverance in a year that has been full of surprises to finish your high school education. Robin Williams said it best when he said, "Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always." Wherever you are headed next, good luck, have fun, and congratulations on your graduation.
Started.
Zombie on the track.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month. I was trying to get it on my own.
Here we are, PACI Grad of 2021. The day has come for us to celebrate our hard work and accomplishments. This is also a time for us to show gratitude to the people who have been there, to watch and support us throughout our journey. We would not be where we are today without the encouragement, loving words, financial backing, and care that our parents have never ceased to provide. Our parents have done an amazing job at raising us from little people to the reliable employees, talented performers, strong leaders, and all-around good people that I know we are becoming. Thank you to the parents and guardians of the students who are graduating today. Thank you for the childhood memories that you have given us. Thank you for being there for all the ups, downs, and unfamiliar situations that life has thrown our way. This moment came in the blink of an eye, but we are ready for the next chapter because of the skills you have taught us. I speak for all my peers when I say that we will never be able to find the words to tell you how much you are appreciated. One last thank you to the parents, and congratulations to the grads. We all have a lot to celebrate here today.
Work so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. That was never friendly, yeah. Now I'm jumping out of Bentley, yeah. And I know I sound
graduation. Just saying that word makes me emotional. As parents, we want our kids to realize their full potential and make a difference regardless of the path they choose. But more importantly, we want you to be happy. We have been blessed to watch you grow from cute little people taking your first steps into beautiful young men and women taking your next step. It feels like just yesterday, you were in kindergarten, refusing to eat salad and telling your teacher you don't eat leaves. Now, you're starting the next phase of your life as an adult. I am in awe of your courage, your strength, and your determination to face every hurdle you have ever encountered. Words can never begin to explain how much we love you. I'm sure it feels to you like it took forever to get to this point. But for us, it happened in the blink of an eye. Although it makes us sad to see you going on to the next chapter of your life, it doesn't compare with how happy and proud we are here. We are full of excitement and wonder for what the future holds. Be proud of yourselves. The world is wide open. Congratulations, grads of 2023.
I'm waking up at the start of the end of the world, but it's feeling just like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone. The cars are moving like a half a mile an hour, and I started staring at the passengers and waving goodbye. Can you tell me what was ever really special about me all this time? But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Well, I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna pretend. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come.
Teachers here at Pacey have been the most helpful people over my 4 years of high school. When I came to Pacey, I was a very shy person and had no idea if I could overcome the fear of expressing myself. The teachers here have taught me that anything is possible if you put your heart into anything you wish to do. The teachers at Pacey have been the biggest impact that help you grow and develop into a person with new skills that prepare you for the future. The relationships and friendships built with teachers are strong. Every staff member here at Pacey treats everyone with kindness. I see Pacey as one big family, one home that can't be broken. Even if people move on, Pacey will always be their home, and the teachers here will always be their family. Each and every one of us have worked hard to get to where we are in our lives today. And thanks to the teachers and staff, we are prepared for tomorrow. On behalf of the students of Pacey, we want to thank you for everything you've done.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place.
To the students, the term time flies is an overused expression, but fits so perfectly with graduation. So much time has gone by since you took your first steps into your very first classroom, and now you are preparing to take your very first steps into tomorrow. Graduates, think back to your first days of school, your lunches, your recess pals, and that zest for learning that you embody. Those were the great times, and they have flown by. But now you have new passions, new friendships, and you have set goals for yourself. As teachers and staff, we've been lucky enough to be a part of your growth and your progress. Think about it. Teachers have spent approximately 6 hours a day with you for 190 days a year over the past 12 grades. No wonder teachers and staff think of you as a part of their family. You're our kids. We are family, and we as a staff will always think of you as that. We, the staff at Pacey, are excited for you. We're nervous for you, and we care about you. All those reminders about handing in assignments, all the hallway conversations, and all the feedback has hopefully prepared you for your tomorrow. Whatever your tomorrow brings you, we know as a staff that you will persevere and you will be successful. On behalf of the staff here at Pacey, we are so proud of you, grads of 2021. Please take time to reflect on this day and on what you've accomplished. Do not take today for granted and cherish the achievement of graduation. It has opened so many more doors for you. Your hard work, your smiles, your tears, man, we have been through a lot together. Prince Albert Collegiate wants to acknowledge that each of you has fought hard to be here today, and we respect you for that. Follow your dreams, plan out your goals, make long-lasting friendships, learn from the hard times, and please remember that you will always be a part of the Pacey family. Congratulations, Grad 2021, from all of us here at Prince Albert Collegiate.
All the small things, true care, truth brings. I'll take one lift, you're right, best trip. Always, I know you'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home.
Congratulations, grads. You made it through your last year of high school during the first full year of a global pandemic. You are awesome. So, what is next for you? Before we talk about that, let's talk Viktor Frankl. He was born Jewish in Austria in 1905. He became an accomplished psychiatrist, actually, establishing mental health programs for teenagers who were struggling with depression and suicide in Europe. He was successful, he was well respected, and then life threw him some ugly. He and his family were taken to 3 different concentration camps during World War II, where his entire family was exterminated, and he alone survived. He was, understandably, depressed and suicidal. Looking around him, he saw many others in the same situation, depressed and suicidal. However, in those horrific camps created for genocide, there were people who became stronger. How could people thrive under such horrible circumstances? After the war, he wrote a book, Man's Search for Meaning. And in it, Frankl thinks about that question. He wonders why some people seem to cope under extreme circumstances while others fall apart. His conclusion: survival is an attitude you choose. Everything can be taken from you, he said, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Let me read that for you again. Everything can be taken from you, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose your own way. What does that mean during a global pandemic? And how did you, Pacey graduates, manage to graduate at all during this very challenging year? Because not all grade 12 students graduated this year, but you did. What do you have within you that enabled you to succeed in spite of challenging circumstances? How did you exercise that last of your freedoms to choose your attitude in these COVID times? And how will that impact the rest of your life now that you've graduated? I suggest that you chose your headspace, that you chose how to survive, that you chose determination, hope, and courage. You must have. You must have chosen determination. Regardless of the obstacles in front of you, you had a dozen opportunities to quit, to say this is too hard, to use any excuse. Maybe you had COVID yourself, or perhaps it was in your family, and I am so sorry. Maybe you were under lockdown or in isolation for some time. Maybe you didn't have access to your teacher the way you would have wished. Maybe your technology wasn't able to support online learning. Maybe you struggled with your own mental health. Dozens of obstacles have been thrown at this graduating class, and yet you persevered, focused on your goal, pursued this moment. You chose determination. You must have chosen hope over despair. There have been countless moments, I'm certain, when you wanted to just wander off under some dark cloud, when it seemed like there was no point to this, when the world's craziness just appeared too big for one person to manage. But instead of staying in that headspace, you chose to believe that you could do this. Finish your assignment today, get up, go to class tomorrow, do your homework tomorrow night, repeat for 10 months. Trusting in the hope that June would bring your great reward. You chose to believe it was possible to get to your goal in spite of the odds against you. You chose hope. You must have chosen courage in spite of your fear. This year provided how many chances for you to cave in when the challenge was huge? The fear of COVID alone, the fear for your family, for your health. When the homework piled up and you had to be vulnerable in front of your peers and you were asked to risk failure and someone needed you to lead though you didn't know how, but you did anyhow. You acknowledged your anxieties. You took a big deep breath and you did the brave thing. You moved towards your goals even though your instincts said to run and hide. You chose courage. So what is next for you? More of the same, my young graduating friends. More of the same. You have that grad cap on your head because you exercised the last of your freedoms. You chose your attitude no matter what your circumstances were. When you practice determination, hope, and courage, you can do anything. Your future holds anything. Let's pretend your future lives in our community. Maybe you are the determined activist at a city council meeting creating new spaces for the homeless. Maybe you are the hopeful parent of a cancer patient encouraging your little one to have faith. Maybe you are the courageous citizen who confronts crime in your community with compassion instead of judgment. The world needs more people like you. Here's what I know, and what Viktor Frankl knew, and what you probably know too, deep, deep down inside. You can handle anything life throws at you if you know how to manage your headspace. And this COVID year, when you tackled grade 12 with determination, hope, and courage, you ruled over your attitude. Use these same qualities to tackle the challenges that are going to come with your future, whatever those challenges may be, and they most certainly will be, I promise you, challenges. Keep using your freedom to manage your attitude, to control your headspace. Keep choosing determination, hope, and courage, and you will make us all proud, no matter what life throws at you.
I'd like to start off by saying congratulations to all the students who are graduating this year. I know it's a tough road to get here, and you have all traveled that road well. Graduation may be an end for your high school, but it also means a new beginning in the next stage in your life. I know you may have big plans for post-secondary or pursuing new opportunities with your life from this point, but I want you to know life after high school isn't always university and becoming a doctor. You will be presented with all types of paths and avenues. The world really is your oyster because you can do anything you set your mind to. If you want to go straight to work instead of school, then by all means do. The trades are a great avenue to follow. I know people of all walks of life who do many different jobs. As long as you do something that moves you forward, you can't go wrong. My time at Pacey is filled with memories I will cherish forever. With COVID, all the plans I had for after high school took a totally different turn. Instead of going to university, I chose to go straight to work. I knew that online classes wouldn't work for me, so I decided to take some time off and save up some cash. So, for when things did go back to the way they were. I'm kind of glad I didn't choose to work, because it took away a lot of the pressure I was feeling of having to know what exactly I wanted to do with my life after graduating. So don't be afraid to bounce around from job to job to see what you like. It's in the bouncing that we may find opportunities or paths we may not have considered. Something you didn't like in the past could be something you really enjoy now. I want you to know, never compare yourself to what others have done with their lives, because you're on your own journey, and you don't measure yourself by what others have done and are doing. Each path is your own, to explore and discover what feeds us with joy and fulfillment. Do what speaks to you, whether it's going to school for your passion or going straight to work. No one can tell you the path you're taking is wrong. Because they don't dictate the road you choose to travel. Where would be the fun if we all did the same thing? It's in our differences that we're able to come together and support each other. Enjoy the time you have after all the hard work you put in, and be ready to gear up for the next step in your life. I promise you, it'll be one journey you're glad you took.
Changing look, we made it. Yeah, we made it.
I was patient, yeah. Oh, I was patient. Now I can scream that we made it. Now everywhere I go, they say congratulations. Young graduation. I pick up the rock and I ball, baby. I'm looking for someone to call, baby. But right now I got a situation. Never old Ben Franklin. Big rings, champagne. My life is like a ball game, but instead I'm in a trap though. Pop so big, call it Super Bowl. Super Bowl, caught up, get in the rolls. Top flow lifestyle, Huncho and Post. Malone, I got a play on my phone. You know what I'm on. Huncho Houdini is gone.
Hey, grade 12s. First of all, congratulations on this achievement, right? And this is an achievement, and you should be very proud of yourselves and absolutely everything that you've done this year. And not only this year, right? Like, remember that graduation is a culmination of the last 13 years of your life, right? From when you started kindergarten or pre-K until today, right? So, I mean, this graduation, really what it does is it marks the end of one chapter of your life as far as going to school. And we just really look forward to everything that you're going to be able to accomplish in the upcoming years. And knowing this group of graduates, you're fierce, you are fearless, you are such brave people, such good conversations, and it's been a real pleasure getting to know each and every one of you over the last really 2 years. For some of us longer than that, right? But for most of us, getting to know you over the last 2 years has been a lot of fun. So with that, I thought that I'd put together just a little bit of advice for you. So I put together a list of maybe 10 things that you can take with you and as far as life goes, right? Some life lessons that you can take with you on this next part of your journey. So way back when the earth was cooling, right? And lots of us were watching late night television. We did this thing called, there's this guy by the name of Dave Letterman. Maybe you've heard of him he has a show on Netflix, but he used to have a Dave's Top 10 list. My name is Dave too, hence Dave's Top 10 list. And since we're pre-recording this, I'm going to assume that all of you are laughing hysterically at home with your parents right now. But, okay, so this is me, Dave, my top 10 list for just good things to take with you after graduation. So, number one, a library card is the most valuable piece of plastic you will ever have in your wallet, okay? Libraries are amazing places, and they're fairly undervalued, right? And through the pandemic, we haven't had a good chance to use our libraries, but make sure everything that you need to know is just sitting downtown in that downtown library. It doesn't cost you anything. Get the library card, start taking out some books, and read. Read books, all right? Don't get all of your information off Instagram or Facebook. Remember, the library, books, authors, amazing things. The library card. Most important and valuable piece of plastic that you can keep in your wallet. Number 9, when you're thinking about the box, right? The box is where safety is. It's comfortable and it's really safe, right? And it's a nice place to be. But it's thinking that's outside of the box is where the magic happens. Each and every one of you, and I've had conversations with all of you, you all have good ideas. Share them. You have dreams, chase them, okay? So thinking outside the box versus thinking inside the box, super important, and I really hope that you challenge yourself, and not just in your careers, but in your relationships, in your life, and everything. Think outside the box, right? I mean, when you think about outside of the box thinkers, right? Like Steve Jobs, right? If it wasn't for an outside the box thinker like Steve Jobs, we wouldn't have half the technology we have today. Number 8, do not be afraid to put yourselves in situations where you might struggle. You are all extremely smart, capable individuals. You will figure it out. You will figure out solutions to that. When I think about the best times that I've ever had in my life, right? They all have something in common. They all might have seemed like the worst possible situation at the time, but they are always the most memorable after, right? If you think about if you're a camper, right? The best trips that you've ever done would be when it rained the entire time. Don't be afraid to put yourselves in those situations. You will get yourself out. Okay, number 7. What other people think of you is completely their business. And let them own those thoughts. Okay? I think that's self-explanatory. Number 6. You do not need to be an expert to try something new. I think too many times we miss out on experiences because we're too afraid of judgment. Right? Try new things. Make some mistakes. And when you mess up, laugh at yourself. Being vulnerable and being comfortable with being vulnerable is the biggest gift that you can possibly have, right? If you think about some of the things that you have experienced or things that you've tried, the first time you tried, you weren't an expert, but you continued doing it because you liked and you enjoyed doing it. Continue doing that. Number 5, keep in touch with people and do not hold grudges. Life is too short to hold grudges. If you have an issue with someone if you have an issue with someone, let them know about it, right? Air the grievance, and there'll be a little bit of discomfort in the short term, but eventually in the long term, it'll work itself out. Having said that, make sure that you surround yourself with people who know you and that you share the same values with, right? Now that you're getting out of high school, you get to choose, you get to think about your relationships and people that you're choosing to spend time with. Choose to spend time with people who honor you and who respect you. And the other people, just don't spend time with. Number 4. This is a tough one. It's about procrastination, right? So procrastination is okay. It's okay, right? But procrastination, when it impacts or affects other people, is not okay. So there's that one, right? So never allow your procrastination to put other people out. You can procrastinate, provided it only affects you. Number 3, we're getting to the end here. It's never too late to learn a new skill. Listen to this. Colonel Sanders did not start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 65 years old. Morgan Freeman did not get famous until he was after 50. Jim Treliving didn't start Boston Pizza until he was established as an RCMP officer. The decisions, you're going to feel that pressure to make these decisions that are lifelong goals right here and now. Set 5-year goals, right? It doesn't all have to happen right now. Number 2, adversity is a commendable trait. I know that most of you have learned that this year. When the world seems like it's turning against you, what you're going to do because you're successful is you're going to choose to get out of bed, you're going to choose to keep that smile on your face, and you're going to choose to move forward. That's a choice. That's what adversity is. Successful people understand and are adverse. Successful people believe that adversity is a very powerful trait, more powerful than anything, and it can overcome anything. And the number one rule that I want you to live, that I want you to think about, I was going to say that I want you to live, the number one thing that I want you to think about and that I want you to consider is, do not, under any circumstances, let other people's opinions of you determine who you are or who you want to aspire to be. Okay? So that's it. That's the whole thing. That's my top 10 list. All right? I want to wish each and every one of you the most sincere congratulations. This is a huge, momentous occasion. I want you to celebrate it. I want you to bask in it. I want you to feel it, okay? But I want you to do it safely. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for everything that you've given to us as far as a staff. This, for the last 4 or 5 years for some of us, it's been my sincere pleasure getting to know each and every one of you. Do not be a stranger. Once a PA Collegiate Golden Bear, always a PA Collegiate Golden Bear. Take care. Thank you.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one, with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years, there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy, but so much